episode of Mental Moments, where we're going to be talking about anger. Ooh. Okay, in this short video, we're going to talk about how when we get angry, our goals change in the moment. Okay, it's important to know that we're very goal-oriented little creatures as human beings. Let's say you're getting around and you're like, okay, I got to go to the bank and I got to go to the grocery store, and after that, then I got to stop and drop off the stuff at the laundry. These are all goals. Let's say that you're a parent of a tween 12, 13-year-old, and their room is a mess. So you have a goal. I'm going to talk to this child, and said child is going to clean the room. And that's your goal. Get the kid to clean the room. And you go in and you open the door and you knock at the door and they open the door and you say, okay, child of mine. I love this child of mine. I created him or her. I created this child. And you say to this child, I need you to clean the room. And the child goes into this conniption and goes into drama and all this stuff. I'd say over a few minutes of this conversations back and forth and this arguing, you find yourself getting angry. Something changes once we get angry. Our goals change. So it can be a very different thing depending on who it is and how you tend to be angry. So let's say in that case that you're like, all of a sudden you tell this child, you're just like your lazy father. You're just gonna grow up and be no good. Whoa, okay, what was your goal in that moment? Maybe to hurt the child, something like that. Sometimes our goals can change once we start arguing with somebody. Can go from, I want to have this conversation with this person to getting my point across, being heard. It may also go to things such as, I'm going to hurt them like they hurt me, or I want to win. I remember a couple I worked with, God, years ago. It was something. And when I had this conversation with the two of them, because they would just constantly fight, and I mean, neither one of them were blameless. They were quite a couple. And I was explaining, in this goals, and I turned to him and says, okay, when you get angry, what do you want to happen? He said, I want to be heard. And I looked at her and I said, what do you want to happen? And she says, I want to win. It was the first time I heard that. It was not the last, but it was certainly the first. And so, I was kind of like, wow, what are you going to win? This isn't a war, but at that point, it became very obvious why the couple was having the problems they were. If she was going to take anything he said, and he just wanted to be heard, and she's going to take anything he said and twist it around until she breaks his will, so to speak. And yeah, really, what are you going to do with that? So if you find yourself getting angry, and particularly with somebody else, at someone else because of something they did, look and say, what was your goal in the beginning? What were you trying to do in the beginning? And then once you got angry, did it change? Was it something like, I want to be heard? Or was it very negative, like, I must win, or they can't treat me that way? What is that? And you're gonna, in doing so, you'll find out, oh, okay, that's why, oh yeah, and like in her case, that woman's case that was talking about, that couple, that's why she pulled off the boxing gloves and just fight with everything she had in her. So, that can be very helpful. If you find yourself like that young woman and saying that you want to win, or you have to be heard, or these sorts of things, recognize that. That's step one. Okay, so stay tuned for other episodes on anger.